Happy Saturday, everyone, and greetings once again from Radio Wasteland Records here in Midland, Michigan. Hopefully, your Saturday's off to a good start. A little chilly outside here in the mid-Michigan area, but the sun is shining. But because that's Michigan, it doesn't mean one whole heck of a lot. Yesterday, here in the store, the sun was shining, and we had a customer come in drenched, and he said, "It's really weird out there." And I looked, and the sun was shining brightly, and it was downpouring at the exact same time. So, you know what? It's almost fall in the mid-Michigan. You get what you get, and that's how we roll here in the Mitten State, especially this time of year. Well, heck, any time of year, to tell you the truth. Lots of great stuff going on this weekend in and around the area. If you're over in the Bay City side of things, a little bit more to our east, the Hell's Half Mile Film and Music Festival, rather, is going on. Started Thursday night. Heading in through tonight is one of their big nights, and then tomorrow during the day. Lots of cool stuff for you film aficionados if you want to check them out. And lots of great folks put a lot of hard work into that. So go check that out. I guess the Antique Festival is going on here in Midland as well. I haven't been to one of those in a long time, but I always find, and that's just me, I find it's best to try to avoid that north side of town by the fairgrounds. On Antique Festival days. It gets a little crazy out there till they get the traffic so much in order, so to speak. Well, let's say a couple of quick good mornings, and then I've got a lot of stuff to get to. Holy cow, do we got a lot of stuff, so I shouldn't be wasting my time. Chuck saying hi and good morning from the YouTube side of things, as is Pat from the Facebook side. Campers, are you camping? Are you camping? I don't know. Hopefully you are enjoying the day. Good morning from Toledo. She's enjoying. You got a new Ed Sheeran album. Good to hear, Betty. Thank you very much for watching this morning. On the west side, Rick saying hi and checking in, and Jennifer saying good. Yeah, very nice looking day as well. Thank you for being here. And let's see, Thomas from Stockholm, sunny and warm day here. One of our international viewers, and much appreciated for that, sir. Thank you for watching all the way from over there. Very much appreciated, especially on the YouTube side of things. All right, so let me dig into a couple of quick things. I've got it's an interesting conundrum, I guess is the best way to put this. We do have a Taylor Swift announcement. Not much of an update on Record Store Day, but let me just dive into the first and biggest thing first. Most of you know that on Saturday afternoons, we do a little show on the YouTube channel and share that back to Facebook about upcoming releases, in which I try to highlight some of the bigger ones. I mean, there's hundreds and hundreds a week, it seems like, and it's way too many to go through. But I try to highlight the ones that I think are key, the ones I think that especially our local customers would be most interested in seeing. So we take care of that, and I encourage pre-orders. Well, last week, and I think Steve and I are going to talk about this on our podcast coming up on Sunday as well, just a brief mention on it. But last week, I got the news that one of our two distributors, and throughout the history of the store here, I have used two main distributors, i.e. places where I get the new vinyl from and places where we would get Record Store Day releases from. Well, I got the news that one of those distributors is shutting down. They're closing up shop. They're saying, we're done, no more. And that's it by the end of the year. They're also not participating in Record Store Day. This was kind of a shocker because, yeah, I think their DVD and their Blu-ray business had been slipping, but everybody's is. I think that is a medium that is on its way out. That's a whole nother subject, and that's not a record store tied in one, except when it is. But they had decided to get out of the Blu-ray and DVD business because streaming is killing that. Video streaming is killing that. But then less than a week later, they just said, you know what, we're going to shut the whole thing down, their music side as well. So this puts a bit of a crimp, and it's going to affect us here at the store in the fact that I've yet to decide whether to pick up a second distributor or not. And that is because Record Store Day then subsequently announced that there will be only two distributors for stores our size to get Record Store Day stuff from. One of them we're already hooked up with. That is our other distributor that is still going strong and doing well. But the other one is somebody that we haven't dealt with before, and I'm up in the air whether or not to sign up for an account and try to get that going in this short amount of time we've got before Record Store Day, Black Friday. It can be done, but I just don't know how we're going to do that. So what I'm getting to with this is the fact that now more than ever, pre-orders for albums that you even think you might be interested in is pretty much going to be the way to go. It's very important that if you see something coming up on the horizon that you would like to get, or you would like us to get here in the store, this is not even counting the Record Store Day or Record Store Day Black Friday stuff, but just general releases, you need to let us know, because the loss of one of our two main distributors is going to make it that much more difficult for me to get this stuff from one, unless I know well ahead of time that we're getting them, because the demand is still there. In fact, the one distributor that we get from routinely has to, this is part of the reason that some of the stuff gets pushed back from us from time to time, where I say it's going to be this release day and then it doesn't show up for a couple of weeks, is because they're stressed and strained and a little overreached with the demand. So this is an argument for me to pick up a second distributor again, but I'm still not quite sure if we can do that in this short amount of time and do it successfully. So that may be a 2024 problem that we'll deal with after we get through the holiday season. But for now, I want to really, again, stress that if you see something or you hear of something, contact me here at the store. Let me know what it is you're looking for and put it on a pre-order. We don't have to hold you to it, but we would, well, obviously we'd like to get it if we get it in store, but that way it gives me a much better idea of what it is you guys are looking for, and we can probably tailor our buys, our purchases a little easier. Now, I say a store our size because there are much bigger and independent stores, much bigger independent stores that buy directly from the labels. And Record Store Day is a little bit odd because sometimes they will allocate the releases themselves. Sometimes they'll dedicate it to there, but there's always that label distributor relationship coming in. But with regular releases, I cannot go to UMG. I cannot go to Warner directly and say, hey, it's Jim from Radio Wasteland Records in Midland. I'd like 2 copies of this upcoming Taylor Swift release, please. I'd like 5 copies of that Taylor Swift instead. No, they're dealing with customers that buy them in the hundreds and hundreds of numbers. And that's why we have distributors, smaller distributors, to get out to smaller retailers like ours, where I can successfully buy 5 copies of this, 10 copies of this, 2 copies of this at a time and not have to worry about it. I can't do that from the big labels directly. So therefore we go through these things called one-stops. So once again, I'm telling you guys that if you see something you'd like, contact us, put it on a pre-order. That way we're sure that we can get it. Fairly sure. So watch our Saturday afternoon shows. Make sure you're subscribed to that YouTube channel. It's over here. I think that little thing when you're done. Comment, like, do all that stuff to get the word out. But let us know. And when you see something in that Saturday afternoon show on the pre-order, that's the best way to do it. Now, the other way is to go to our website, and I put up links on the pre-order show, the new release show, for a given week's releases. And then you can peruse all of the upcoming releases. And that website is linked directly to our remaining distributor. So you see what I see when it comes to things being available, when they're available, and when they're going to be available. So wanted to get that out there and off my chest, because it's going to be kind of it's going to be a weird ride between now and the end of the year while we deal with this changing landscape of these distributors. Now, I have had other distributors, smaller ones, that are smaller label direct. I may have to rekindle those relationships because it's just been easier for me to buy from one, in this case, 2 places, but now going back down to 1 place. So there you have it. I laid that out for you guys. This is between us here, so we're all friends. Kat, he is camping and spin cleaning at the same time. Pat is. Good morning. Yeah, Sean, Midland has a record store, almost 7 years running. How about that? Dan saying good morning as well. He loves that Eric Clapton. And, he did go to see Guess Who last night. Very cool. Glad that you enjoyed that. And Mr. Carlson checking in. Yes, we all love a weird ride. It is indeed time to buckle up. And again, I think Steve and I will talk about this a little bit for a little bit in our podcast coming up tomorrow, Sunday evening. But for now, today, Saturday afternoon, that new release show coming up probably about 3-4 o'clock. So watch out for that. And then by all means, please let me know when you see stuff you like, because there is some big stuff. There is some big stuff on the horizon. And let me kick this out only because I have been getting a lot of requests for this, believe it or not. The Taylor Swift Taylor's version of 1989 was announced almost it feels like almost a month ago now. And up until probably 2 days ago, actually yesterday is when I got the email, there was nothing showing on our distributor sites as this being something that would be available for us to get here and carry in store. So, and I heard that there was some controversy about multiple variants of this, and there was some pushback from the Taylor Swift fans toward Taylor herself, which is kind of unheard of. No, not really. But the word came down yesterday for us in an email from our distributor saying that we would be able to get only one of those 4 variants. And I don't know if that means that the other variants are Target, Walmart, big box website. Don't know, don't care. I deal with what we get, what we can get, and what you guys want. So what I'm showing you here is the cover variant and vinyl color variant of the version that they're saying is being made available for us here at Radio Wasteland. Now, the release date on this, well, that noise in the background, by the way, is Blue. She's here with me today. The release date on this coming up is October 27. So really just about a month and a week away. It is a double LP. This is going to be on light blue vinyl. And Taylor's version, again, this is the whole saga of her re-recording these. You guys should be familiar with. But we're being told that this package includes 1989 Taylor's version on double LP, light blue vinyl, 21 songs on the release, including 5 previously unreleased songs from the vault. This is one of 4 editions. Collectible album gatefold jacket with unique front and back cover art. I didn't include the back cover art in this. 2 double LP Crystal Skies blue vinyl. Okay. Crystal Sky blue vinyl. And again, the one of 4 editions. So you Taylor Swift fans, if you are the type that you need all 4 editions of this, you can get this one from us if you pre-order it. And I will have just a few in store, obviously, afterwards. But the other 3 editions are kind of up to you to land and pull off. So this is what we'll do. Again, October 27 is the release date on that. So we've got plenty of time to get our pre-orders in. But please, please, please let me know if this is something you need and want, and we will get a hold of that. Okay. Excuse me. Some fall allergy. The bean harvest is starting. New releases yesterday. We got a few things left. They're still kind of moving quickly throughout. So I really have just some of the reissues left. I gave my original copy of this a listen yesterday, first time in a long time, and I forget what a cool album is. It's easy to dismiss as a little bit immature, especially in this day and age, but this is a good album. And so the Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill, this is a reissue. It's the 50th anniversary, not of this. Don't freak out. This is not the 50th anniversary of this. The label is calling this the 50th anniversary of hip hop. So Def Jam reissued this. It's on a fruit punch colored vinyl, kind of purplish. I've got one of these left, and we'll be able to get more of those as needed. So we'll get a hold of that. Reissue also from Music on Vinyl. Have not cracked one of these. I might just do so. It's Stevie Ray Vaughan and Double Trouble's Soul to Soul. And again, Music on Vinyl. So this thing sounds great, but it's also a little expensive, clocking in at $45. But I have got 2 copies. I will get no more. I've got 2 copies on of 1,500. It's 1,500 individually numbered copies on a blue marbled vinyl. So this one is copy number 601 and 697. So we're right in the middle of the batch, but some great blues from SRV and Double Trouble. Get those while you can. Reissue of Sarah McLachlan. Hard to find. I don't even know if this was on vinyl previously, but we've got Surfacing. 1 copy of this left, the original Grammy Award-winning album, reissued now and here for you guys. I think I might be able to get more of those. B-52's first time on vinyl also. This has been around since 90 as a greatest hits compilation, but the first time pressed on vinyl. Greatest hits. It is just called Time Capsule Songs for a Future Generation. Any B-52's hit that you want is on here, including some of their more modern ones. Excuse me. Sorry about that. And then also 1 copy of this left. I'm getting more because one of these got opened up for quality control purposes. And this is a various artists album called Metal Reimagined, a tribute to Pink Floyd. And this is Pink Floyd's Metal, of which I do have a copy as well. The entire album done by different artists. And we talked about tribute albums before on our podcast. These are ones that I really enjoy along with the Rush ones. But this has got folks like Bootsy Collins, Carmine Appice, Steve Stevens. Let's see who else is on. Alan Davey, Bob Daisley, Rat Scabies, Rick Wakeman's on here. And very cool, Terry Reid, Brian Auger, and Dweezil Zappa. Dweezil Zappa is on side 2, contributing to the entire side 2 of Echoes, which is cool. It's a faithful reproduction. It's not way out there weird, but it is a very cool, but not quite the original. So if you're into that, and actually Steve and I are going to be talking about cover tunes coming up in the podcast, by the way, Sunday. So check that out. A reissue of Metal to go along with that. Well, by the way, the Metal Reimagined is on Hayes vinyl. Very cool looking. Again, this is the last copy in store for the weekend. I will get more of this next week if you guys so desire. Recent releases, a new one from a couple weeks back from Ashley McBride, The Devil I Know, and this, I believe, is on black vinyl. I did not get a colored vinyl version. Not sure why this one showed up, but it's an older, but not too far back, but Avenged Sevenfold, self-titled from them on translucent orange vinyl. So other stuff from the newer releases, if you want, we can get more. There was a stained one that's gone. There was a couple more that were gone as well, but we'll try to get a hold of those next week if you guys need to. Okay, it looks like I'm up on time. I spent way too much time chatting and yakking. Let's see, Tracy chiming in now saying good morning, and good morning to you here as well. Don't forget, we've got our 33 1/3 stickers. They are car safe this time. And I got a shipment yesterday, delivery rather, of our real nice hardwood, locally made wooden record crates. I've got the supply for the end of the year through the Christmas season. We've got 12 of these in now at $35 a piece. They work as a shelf. They work as a crate. They'll hold probably 50-ish records. So get them while you can. They are built very well, and they are in stock now to hopefully carry us through the end of the year. The only other update from Record Store Day Black Friday is just that we had gotten a, well, it is 10 a.m. They'll call right back. That we did get an email from Record Store Day proper saying the list is coming. So probably within the next week or so, we should see that. All right, folks, I'm going to answer the phone, get the lava lamps going, the turntable spinning, and we will be here at 716 George Street, just north of downtown Midland, from today, Saturday, from now until 6 p.m., tomorrow, Sunday, from 12 noon until 5 p.m. Blue actually is here. Blue, the dock jumping record store dog, will be here today and tomorrow, kind of hanging out because dude's off on a little adventure of his own with his sport that's not dock jumping. So, all right, you folks have a great weekend. Get out and enjoy yourself, and hopefully that includes stopping by to say hi and picking up some cool new and vintage vinyl. And we will talk to you later this afternoon on the new release show. Don't forget the pre-orders. We will talk to you Sunday on the podcast with Steve Carlson from the vinyl community, and we'll talk to you live next week here at Radio Wasteland. Dino Don, yeah, man, you missed it. It was important. We talked about future things, man. All right. You folks have a good one, and we'll talk to you next week from the Wasteland. Thanks again for being here.